This old guy was cleaning his lawn using gasoline when he decided to just light the whole yard on fire. Instead of using nail clippers to trim his nails, he grabbed an electric drill and buffed them right up. But he had this habit of waking up at 5 a.m. sharp every single morning, hopping on his old beat-up Indian motorcycle. Firing up that bike always caused a huge ruckus, but his neighbors would still greet him warmly. He'd just tell them, "The early bird catches the worm." The old man's name was Mark, and every day he'd go for a ride along the beach. Even if people laughed at him, he couldn't care less. There was only one thing on his mind: souping up that motorcycle. Mark had a dream that before he kicked the bucket, he wanted to ride his bike 11,000 miles to Salt Lake City for a race. Problem was, he couldn't even afford the boat ticket to get there. On Mark's birthday, some of his old pals came by to see him. They helped him put together a fundraiser party to support his dream of making it to the race. Just as Mark got up on stage to thank his friends, a group of young bikers busted in. They'd heard there was a super fast motorcycle around and wanted to challenge him. Mark didn't hesitate for a second. He was game. The next day, the whole town gathered on the beach to see who would come out on top. A 30-year-old motorcycle going up against the latest and greatest? The bikers didn't think much of Mark, even betting $300 that his old Indian would come in dead last. In no time, all sorts of motorcycles lined up at the starting point. With a wave of the white flag, the race began. The young guys shot off like a rocket, but Mark didn't budge. Turns out, his motorcycle had stalled and needed a manual kickstart. Eventually, with some help from his buddies, Mark got going. His bike was insanely fast, allowing him to quickly overtake his opponents. But as he made the turn to head back, he wiped out. Sadly, he lost the race and the money he'd worked so hard to raise. His friends asked him how much more cash he needed for the trip, offering to lend him some. But Mark turned them down, saying if he couldn't make it this year, there was always next year. As long as he could get there before he died, he'd have no regrets. One morning, Mark suddenly collapsed and was rushed to the hospital. The doctors later told him he had hardening of the arteries and couldn't ride anymore. This sudden illness made Mark realize his time was running out. Due to copyright issues, I can only share this much of the story. If you're interested, feel free to check out the original version.